You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
You can find
what
it.
a guy.
Have you guys seen the movie Lawless
Lawless.
with Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy?
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that happens. Yeah,
And he gets his throat cut, and,
Yeah.
and he lives. You think there's no way he's gonna live.
yeah. That one's
That's just
that's
a
a wild
movie,
movie.
though.
Yeah.
That's a movie I've actually seen.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah, really, really good, dude. The brass knuckles.
Yeah. I am bothered.
You haven't seen you've seen that, but you haven't seen Aladdin.
Yeah. What the
Yeah,
heck?
that's crazy.
It's because you don't like foreign films or what?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Dang. Speaking of foreign
Golly.
films,
Yeah.
I have something foreign that should be turned into a film.
Oh.
These Egyptian papyrus
Papyrus.
Cool.
called the Anastasi 1. This is not a new thing that's come out. Apparently, this was discovered in the 19th century, so 1800s.
Okay.
Why they're talking about it now, I don't know, but it's everywhere. But this papyrus found in Egypt, the Anastasi number 1, is about 3,300 years old. So it was like written in the 13th century BC. And it's basically describing these desert people. And these desert people are called the Shashu. Where was it?
Shashu.
Yeah, Shashu or Shoshu. Shoshu or Shashu.
Mhm.
But it describes these people as being 4 cubits to 5 cubits tall, which is 6'8" to 8'6" tall, and how they were a ravenous people and like they were desert dwellers and like
So they were in Egypt.
they were
Yeah.
in the deserts around
Okay.
Egypt. And I think that's like one of the only mentions of giants like in the Egyptian
Archives. Or
archives, whatever, of what they've found. So I'm like, oh wow, this is really interesting. And so I'm like, is there any other hieroglyphics or papyrus or whatever talking about the Shoshu people?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 other places where it talks about it. One is on these walls. One of the most famous depiction comes from Ramses II in the Karnak temple, and it basically has the carvings of the Shoshu people and describes them as desert people with long hair and beards. They were captured in military campaigns, labeled explicitly as Shashu of the deserts. Egyptians portrayed them as nomadic raiders living in Sinai, Edom, and southern Levant. Constant trouble on trading route. I'm like, wow, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
But then there's another temple, the Solub inscription. So the Solub temple under Amenhotep.
Nailed it.
Good job.
Amenhotep III. I'm just going with that. I know it's completely wrong. But it just describes him as the Shashu of Yahweh.
Oh.
So it says Shashu of, it doesn't explicitly say Yahweh, it says YHW. And so
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
assume that was Yahweh.
Yeah.
But these people were living around, they're described as the Shoshu of Yahweh, living around Mount Sinai.
Wow.
And so I'm like, well, there's no way that they're giants. Basically, it comes down to the Shoshu was just a broad term of people that were hostile towards Egyptians that lived in the desert, so desert dwellers.
Got it.
So, but I thought that was incredibly interesting that the Shoshu of, they call them the Shoshu of Yahweh, but like the Egyptians feared them when they were living in around Mount Sinai because they would just attack raids and stuff like caravans and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is it's just cool.
outlaws.